The Euros is now heating up, and I have no idea who to bet my life savings on. So to find out who is going to win and who is going to do well, I'm going to use Football Manager 2024 to simulate the 2024 Euros 100 times and find out how realistic this game truly is. Plus, for you delicious people who stick around to the end, I'm going to challenge FC24 against Football Manager to see who can get the most accurate predictions. Right, lads, to get this started, I've already simulated to the start of the Euros because there is no Euros game mode in Football Manager, so we've got to get there ourselves. And because of that, the teams that qualified will actually be different to real life. Plus, the players picked for the squads could be different, the managers could be different. There'll be a few things like that that will have changed. And we can see the groups are randomized differently as well. So let's just look at the new teams in the groups real quick. We've already got one here. Sweden have qualified for the Euros in this reality. Greece have qualified as well in Group C. Remember, they did win back in 2004. What a win that was. The first heartbreak for Ronaldo. North Macedonia have managed to qualify for the Euros as well. That is going to be interesting. And Norway have qualified. But that's all the new teams. Other than that, everything else is the same except the groups are randomized. England, once again, with a very easy group, of course. It will be interesting to see how does this game rate England. Are they just going to win a ton? Because on paper, England are one of the best teams in the tournament. But in reality, Southgate's got them playing like prime Burnley. Actually, that's an insult to Burnley.
It's always bloody Burnley.
Okay, we're finally here with 100 Euros tournaments completed. Remember, this is only Euro 2024 simulated over and over again. And the country that has won it the most times, kind of unsurprising. But given their recent form, I don't think they'll live up to this expectation. France have won 45 out of 100 Euro 2024s. That is almost half. I mean, that's just completely insane. Please, Cristiano, stop crying and just eliminate France from the Euros in real life. I don't want to see this happen.
No, I don't understand this. Real cheese Obama sandwich. My heart can't take this damage.
This was the tactic they used, kind of to be expected. Mbappe's number 9 for some reason, Dembele's number 6. I've had it, I guess, Football Manager. And for runner-up of team that won it the most, it was actually pretty close between two. But the country to take that place is Portugal. And they have won it 12 times. And they're playing a very counter-attacking formation by the looks of it. They've chosen not to start Pepe here. In fact, he's not even in the squad. He's left out of the bench. Cristiano Ronaldo's not even in the team. Well, that explains that. He's gone and bloody retired before the Euros have even started in this reality. England grabbed 3rd place here. They had 11 wins in 100 Euro simulations. Definitely below expectations, but still probably a lot better than they're doing in real life. Big Gary's still in charge, as we can see. That's probably why they're not doing very well. And the cool-up is very different in this reality. Some more goofball cool-ups from him here, but to be fair, it's still better than the real-life ones. He's got a cooled up bloody Jordan Henderson. I've given up with England anyway. I knew they wouldn't do well. My prediction of Spain winning it doesn't look too likely, as they've only won it 6 times in 100 simulation. But it's better than their soon-to-be rivals Germany, because they didn't win it once. It kind of makes sense because they've got no manager.
Sorry, what?
What the hell even is their team? Who are these players? Right, if somebody who's a bit smarter than me can let me know in the comments what the hell's going on with Germany, please do. But for some reason, they've just completely bugged out. None of their players were called up, and they don't have a manager. For defending champions Italy, they only won it 6 times out of 100, even less than England. I also went through and tracked all the teams that placed second to find out who got runner-up the most and just about couldn't make it. And I don't think it will surprise anyone that the team that got runners-up the most was England. They came second 19 times, followed by defending champions Italy, who came second 16 times. Also, going back to the very strange Germany team, they came runners-up once. I'm actually incredibly surprised, because clearly their team is bugs, and all of these players are absolute dog water. They're not even real people. So for them to even get to the final is completely mad. Imagine being a Germany fan watching this happen at your home country's Euros. France only got runner-up 7 times, probably because they won it so much, but that's tied with Portugal, who also got runners-up 7 times. The game's given them a fair shot at winning it, to be honest. And that's even without Cristiano Ronaldo. And as for the players who scored the most goals through 100 tournaments, I mean, you wouldn't believe the massive piece of information I'm looking at right here. It took me a very long time to go through all the 100 simulations and add up all the goals and assists people got. And it took me double the time to a normal person because I failed in maths 3 times. But unsurprisingly, coming up in first place is Kylian Mbappe. He had an absolutely insane 182 goals throughout all the competitions. And you'll see in a minute as well, his assists were also pretty bad. And the only person who could even come close to matching Mbappe's tally is the best striker of all time, Harold Kane. He had 173 goals, which was only 9 off of Mbappe's tally. It was very close. In total, there was only 3 people who managed to get over 100 goals in all the simulations. Of course, there was Kane and Mbappe, and the last one was Erling Haaland. He had 103 goals, which for Norway is pretty impressive. A couple people did come close with Jude Bellingham, who had 96 goals, and even more surprisingly, Dusan Vlahovic for Serbia managed to get 98 goals. He was only 2 away from joining the 100 group. A massive disappointment, though, is Man United's Bruno Fernandes, who only managed to get 9 goals. He scored 9 times in 100 different Euro simulations, and United fans will claim he's the best midfielder of all time.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
And as for assists, I told you it was also impressive. Mbappe managed to get 82 assists, which is the most assists out of anyone. Second place was actually Bukayo Saka, who managed to get 41 assists. Good to see that he probably wasn't playing left back for the entire time then. Yep, okay. He got 7 assists, lads. I knew you would all wanted to know. The mad thing is, he only got 2 less than Bellingham. I'm actually really curious to see how Portugal would have done compared to how they did without him if Ronaldo actually hadn't retired before this. Unfortunately, if I did another 100 simulations just with Ronaldo in it, I think I would commit rope tied to ceiling fan. Real quick, if you're still watching at this point, though, I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe because we are almost halfway to our goal of 5,000 subscribers. Alright, lads, now that Football Manager has given us its predictions for the Euros, it's time for me to make my updated ones. Go along with me here. Let me know in the comments who you're going to predict now. At the time of recording this, none of the quarterfinals have been played, but some of them will probably be done by the time it's updated, which I'm going to stick with my original prediction for quarterfinal 1. I'm going to say Spain beat Germany 3-2. Then for Portugal, France, I'm going to say it's 1-1 and Portugal win on penalties. For England, Switzerland, I'm going to say 3-1 Switzerland. And for Netherlands, Turkey, I'm going to say 2-1 to Turkey. And for Portugal, Spain, I'm going to say 3-0 to Spain. 90 plus Ronaldo cries. And then for semi-final 2, I'm going to say 2-2 and Switzerland will win on penalties. And then for the final, which should be Spain versus Switzerland, according to my predictions, I'm going to say that Spain will win 1-0. And now for the finale for you beautiful people who did stick around. It's time to settle an age-old debate. Is Football Manager 2024 or FC24 going to be more realistic in their Euros predictions? FC24 has a slight advantage because, of course, they've got the official Euros game modes with official groups and teams. But FM24 is a lot more detailed in terms of the actual game itself.
We do not care.
Semi-finals on FM24. Denmark are finally out. France took them down in extra time. And England couldn't hold that run for too long. We all knew this would happen eventually. They go out on penalties, unsurprisingly, against Spain. And for the FC24 semi-finals, Belgium beat Italy on penalties. And England absolutely trashed Germany. I want whatever you're taking, EA. What the hell's going on here? And now for the final of Football Manager. They finally agree with me. France beat Spain 2-1 to take home the Euros trophy. And for the final in FC24, it was Belgium versus England, and England win on penalties. EA are even more delusional than me. This is just absolutely insane. England aren't making the final in general, let alone actually winning something on penalties.
England are into the final 4.
If you enjoy this style of football experiment video, then I know you'll love this video on the left I've picked out just for you.